Here's a weather outlook for Southeast Alaska from the National Weather Service in Juneau, Alaska. Hello everyone, meteorologist Grant Smith here with the National Weather Service here in Juneau, Alaska with an update to this heavy rain on snow event. As of this recording, it's a little after 2:30 in the afternoon on Thursday, January 8th, 2026, and we've got this heavy rain event coming through later tonight into Friday. Heavy rain moves up from the south, so we'll see some areas start off as snow and then switch over to rain. Lingering rain and snow mixture for some on Saturday, and then Sunday and on looks like will be much warmer. Still wetter though, so still expecting rain lasting into next week. So let's get into it. We're going to start with these things that we've issued, these products, as we call them. We're going to start from the north and work our way south, starting with the winter storm warning, snow accumulations of 12 to 17 inches above 1,000 feet, and then for areas closer to sea level, 9 to 12 inches. This is from Friday 6 a.m. to Saturday at 9 a.m. And this will cause some impacts. Travel by land, sea, and air will be difficult because we're going to have the low visibility along with the gusty winds. And when the transition from snow to rain happens, that's when we'll also see the character of the snow transition from a lighter, fluffier snow to more of that heavy, wet snow that some of the forecasters here like to lovingly describe as concrete. And that will likely happen Friday night. And so we'll have that light, fluffier snows through the day on Friday, and then Friday night, that heavier, wet snow transitioning to rain for Saturday. So that's for the winter storm warning. For the winter weather advisory, the Gustavus advisory is already in effect as of this recording, and it is in effect for additional 5 to 8 inches. The other areas, Elfin Cove, Pelican, Hoonah, Tenakee Springs, and Juneau, 3 to 6 inches of snow. And this is in effect from 9 p.m. Thursday to 9 a.m. Friday. And so any snow you may see before this is in effect, that's in addition. So sometimes we have these snow showers that come through that may produce a little bit extra snow. That's not included in this advisory here. And then because of our temperatures, we're looking at more of a heavy, wet snow for this event here. So something to keep in mind, heavy, wet snow. It's a little bit more difficult to manage and to move it around. So something to keep in mind. Take breaks as you're moving things around, moving the snow around. For the south, Prince of Wales Island, Ketchikan, and Metlakatla got a high wind warning for wind gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour. For the Prince of Wales Island, this is from Friday 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday. So 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. For the Ketchikan and Net area, 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. 3 p.m. Friday to 3 a.m. Saturday. Just a little bit offset there. This could cause some travel to be difficult, especially in these marine areas, and high winds could also blow around unsecure property. You know, the cliche trash can, but also vessels, that kind of thing that can cause some impacts and some issues. So something to remind yourself in these areas. If you're not in the high wind warning, that doesn't mean you're not going to see gusty winds. It's just not going to see 60-mile-an-hour winds as of when this forecast was made. So areas like Wrangell, a lot of times we'll see Wrangell report wind gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour. So just something to remind yourself that just because you're not in the warning doesn't mean you're not going to see those gusty winds. It's just you're not going to hit 60 miles per hour. And then the flood watch for everywhere but Yakutat, which we'll get into that in a second. But flooding caused by rain and snowmelt. Now, this is from Friday morning through Saturday evening. We got this heavy rain event that's going to come through. It's going to start here in the south and then work its way up. And as it moves up, we'll see the snow switch over to rain throughout the day on Friday into Saturday. So big push of moisture causing heavy rain. But the impacts we're concerned with, because we've already seen some of this happen here in Juneau and then reports around the area as well. And the storm drains and ditches are just clogged with snow and causing these areas of poor drainage to have ponding of water and flooding and things like that. So if we've already seen it, we're probably going to see it again, at least until we can get some of these areas cleared out of the snow. So that's something to keep in mind as you're driving around. Be aware. If you see a flooded area, try to avoid it. And then when you have the gusty winds along with the extra moisture, there is an increased risk of some isolated landslides. And this is something we've seen in the past where we have these conditions. We got the extra moisture, we got the wind that has caused landslides in the past. So something to just be aware of during this next 24 to 48 hours or so. So let's kind of look at to what we're already seeing as of Thursday afternoon. So let's switch over to the satellite here. This is the total precipitable water, and it allows us to see where moisture is in the atmosphere. It's also a really nice, easy way to see where there is an atmospheric river. And you can see at the very end of this loop here, right there, this moisture plume is being pulled off of the main area where moisture is usually found, way down here close to the equator. That's being pulled up, and it's going to act like a fire hydrant or a watering hose and just go right into the panhandle, bringing in this extra moisture. And as it does, it'll start off in the south as snow, quickly switching over to rain, and then as that warmer air pushes to the north, we'll see the rain spread from south to north. So as far as the winds, which we'll be very closely monitoring to seeing where that transition would happen. These are some of the reports as of a little after 2:30 this afternoon. We're seeing these southerly winds in the south. We're looking up the south here. Here's Ketchikan. You got Annette Island and Metlakatla. You got Craig, and there's Kulwak there. And so notice how it's all out of the south. And so as this system pushes in, we'll see these switch a little bit, but then come right back to the south. And so, any snow we see in this area will be most likely relatively short-lived because they're already set up for a rain mixture. But we'll keep watch on it, and if we need to make any adjustment to the forecast, we certainly will. And moving to the northern part of Prince of Wales Island, you can see those south winds still moving in, or like you're seeing here in Wrangell area, more or less light winds. Keep moving forward to Petersburg. Light winds, but it's generally out of the south. Usually you'd want to see winds coming off of Canada to hold on to that colder air. Let's see what Sitka's doing this afternoon. Yep, there's those southerly winds. That's more of a rain setup. So any snow we see in this area, the winds will swing to the colder direction, a north or a west or east, but it's going to swing right back around to a southeast or a south, and that's going to allow for them to see rain. Keep moving to the north. Still seeing there's another direction there. We got southerly winds or light winds. For the icy Strait area, let's see if I can set it up to see. There we go. That looks nice. We got winds coming off the Gulf. We got southerly winds here. That's a rain setup. But we are expecting to see these swing to the north later on this evening and into tonight. That's going to support snow instead of rain, or at least more snow instead of the rain. So that's why we have the winter weather advisory in effect for these areas. And that's where we're going to see the snow. But we're already seeing, just looking here, the north side of Admiralty, there where we got those northerly winds in Lynn Canal. Keep moving to the north. Those outflow winds north, you got west, northwest. So the northern Lynn Canal is very much set up to see snow until these winds can swing back to the south, which looking like it's going to happen maybe more on late Friday. I'll zoom out and head over to Yakutat because we don't have anything issued for the Yakutat area. And that's because we're thinking that any snow we see will be less than advisory or warning amounts, because as that front moves through, that moisture band comes through, the winds will come out of off the mountains, but then the front will move through and swing them to the south. And so we're not thinking any snow issues for the Yakutat area, but also the amount of moisture expected in the Yakutat area is the forecasted amount is less than the amount that would cause impacts. So for the Yakutat area, it's looking like just a kind of a rainy Friday, or at least a snowy becoming rainy Friday. I think I looked up the numbers here for tonight, kind of 1 to 2 inches of snow for Yakutat. And then on Friday, snow mainly before 9 a.m. And then a rain-snow mix becoming rain midday into the afternoon. And then going into Friday night, it just stays as rain. And so that's what we're thinking for Yakutat, that they just won't see as much moisture to cause for those amounts. So for the Northern Lynn Canal area, staying as snow until rain Friday night. the icy Strait corridor, we have that advisory out through tonight into part of tomorrow, and that's because we are thinking this area is going to see the rain switch over Friday morning. Noon is like snowiest worst case scenario is when we see the switch over. We're more likely going to see the switch over to rain before then, say around like 7 to 10, kind of like late morning. That time frame is when we think this area would see the switch over from snow to rain. Moving farther to the south, central, southeast Alaska area, this area would more likely see the snow switch over to rain tonight. And then farther to the south, this would be this evening, Thursday evening, is when we'd see that switch over. And so that's kind of what we're thinking. I probably missed your exact forecast. You can get that for the further details for your area at weather.gov/Juneau. You can always get the latest information from there, weather.gov/Juneau. For now, thanks for watching. I'm meteorologist Grant Smith.